I call to order Austintown Township Trustee meeting number 1 of the year 2025. Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Shepherd?
Present.
Here.
Here.
Well, since it's the beginning of the year, we've got a reorganization we have to do, so we're going to go ahead and pass the baton off to Lloyd Wolf. In a second. We did order a new chair, so bring it up in front.
Okay, at this point, we need to take nominations for chairman for 2025.
I nominate Bruce Shepp as the chair.
I second it.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Mrs. Huber?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
And at this point, I need to take nominations for vice chairman.
I'll nominate Robert Santos.
I'll second.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mrs. Huber?
Yes.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
And at this point, I guess I adjourn the reorganizational meeting and turn the meeting over to the chairman.
No. He always forgets when it's his turn to vote. I might change this. Thanks, Dan. So we're going to do the introduction. I'd like to thank my colleagues here for nominating me. Appreciate it. And to my far left here, we have our fiscal officer, Laura Wolf. We have our township administrator, Mark Diapolito. The famous, infamous Darren Gravelli.
You don't know my last name.
I do, well, I know your aliases. From our zoning department, Darren. Our police chief, Robert Gavalier. Our fire chief, David Schertzer. Our parks department, Todd Schaefer. I'm not sure who she is back there. Where's Jim?
Snowed in.
Snowed in.
Snowed in.
Oh, he's actually snowed in?
Yeah.
So Jessica's here today to replace our senior center, Jim Henshaw. And to my left, Trustee Monica Devers. And to my right, Trustee Robert Santos. And as you know, I'm Bruce Shepp. So we'll start the regular meeting. We got some exciting news here. We have some proclamations from Austintown Township to our back-to-back softball champions. Coach Ward, if you don't mind, would you mind saying a couple things real quick before we pass out these proclamations to these wonderful athletes?
First, thank you to Austintown Township Trustees, the administrative board. The community support is amazing. Austintown has represented fish softball in every state tournament that we've been. We had great community support. We couldn't do it without you. And an amazing time. It's something so special. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing to win state once and then to do it back-to-back with all the pressure on you, with the bullseye on your back. And these young ladies did it the right way. They came out, they worked hard, they did things right in the classroom, in the hallways, and all of Austintown, especially their coaching staff, is very proud of them. Thank you.
Well, thanks for coming out. We appreciate it. I can't imagine, my daughter plays ball too, instructional, and now it's juniors, and she's playing the fast pitch travel ball for a different league out of the area. And I see some of these parents, some people I grew up with here, Mitchell's over there, and I know the time and the money that that you guys spend and invest in your families, your children, to make memories like this. They're so fortunate, so blessed to win any type of championship, let alone back-to-back. So what an accomplishment. We are so proud. I wish we could do more. And hopefully some of the other athletic departments can succeed and win some additional championships as well. I heard AMS cheerleaders just accomplished that recently. Good for them. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down there. We're going to rattle off some names. And coaches, if you don't mind, maybe you can help us pass these out to your team.
It's good luck. No, it's good luck. Good luck. Thanks, Bob. Jared, you're also good. Thank you. I caused trouble.
Well, I don't know if I got it. I know most of them. I'll tell you. And feel free to take pictures. Come on up. You know, our house is your house. Annie, sure.
Me and Nate.
Yeah, go ahead. Pictures.
Annie Bada.
Okay. Put it aside for good.
Lexi Butis.
Grandpa.
Did I get it?
Yes, yeah.
We did Grandpa was here. There you go. There, this is.
I got you.
Olivia Clark. Carly Chanel.
Coach Bob Jones.
Coach Becky Spalding. Vita Kelty. Deanna George. Morgan Roby. Sydney Watts.
She's in Georgia.
Rachel Spalding.
It's basketball.
Basketball practice.
Just don't quit.
Lily Stevens. Abby Toth. Carly Chanel.
That's a race.
Veda Burke. Kylie Mitchell. Cole Fiddler, assistant coach Nicole Fiddler. Assistant coach Rich Raymer. Kylie Folkwine. Ayla Ray. Samantha Severin. She's a basketball. Coach Jerry Bruff. Cameron Scandy.
Coach Stephen Ward. Kayleana Ray. Juliana Farmer. She's at basketball. Yes.
Somerville.
Miley Somerville. Oh, you have that one? Okay. Miley Somerville.
These are the ones that.
These girls not here.
You girls are used to taking these pictures. You can come up here and take a nice picture if you like. And I love this girl power. We got to keep it up, girls. Let's have the girl power in Austintown.
Abby.
My car got stuck in the driveway.
It's better than in the I am, they're all. Look at the car.
All right, we'll come back in session. I'm going to go ahead and open up the public comments. If anybody would like to speak publicly, you have 3 minutes. Please come up front, state your name and your address, please.
My name is Mike Butis. I live at 2604 Darrington Court here in Austintown. I just got one comment to make because I've been coming to these things in a long time, and I was really looking for something to be number one on the list here today, as it's been for years and years and years. I don't know if you guys remember, but the first activity that the trustees take, short of figuring out who's the trustee, was to make a proclamation that October 31st was going to be Halloween in Austintown from 5:30 to 7. That's been on the agenda.
It's in there. It's on the agenda.
Where?
Last one. We did it a lot. We did it on last
We did the last one.
Oh, that's right. Last
meeting, we did all that.
Last meeting?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We're supposed to do it the first meeting of the year. That's all I had to say.
We're a step ahead of you, Mike. We're a step ahead of you.
Okay.
That's it for the comments. All right, we'll go to Mr. Dapolito with the administrator's report, please.
Well, overall, things are going decently well in the road department. We had a pretty trying snow over the past few days, and you know, our salt bin is near empty. We've got more coming, but they're out there. By and large, satisfactory response from the road department. With that, we also have several labor contracts that are under review right now. So we're in negotiations on several of those, and I'll provide you an update on those later in executive session.
There. Is that it, Mark? Sorry.
That concludes my report.
Thank you. Mr. Ravelli?
I would ask the board to approve a motion on Highway Code 5.187.
Well, that's good.
It's all right.
It's all right.
No, he's only on the first meeting too. He's only definitely before police and fire.
You know, it's your meeting, you can run it how you want.
It's your meeting.
I'm first. Who's in
I've
charge?
been waiting for it. I've been waiting 16 years for that. So, there's 5 properties there, and I would appreciate it if you would declare them.
Those 5 properties are,
Pardon?
do we know what those properties are?
3931 Mahoning, 5192 Mahoning, 3065 Dublin, 6347 Stony Ridge, 39 Hood Street, all chapter 3.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mrs. Jeter?
Yes.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
And then we don't have any cards this meeting. I'd ask the board to approve a motion to certify the Mahoney County Auditor that the spreadsheet entitled Austintown Township Nuisance Assessments October 2024 through December 2024 be made part of the minutes of this meeting and is an accurate description of the properties declared public nuisances and includes all costs incurred and providing for the abatement, control, or removal of any vegetation, garbage, refuse, or other debris provided by the board under Ohio Revised Code 50587 and also 50586, including the board's charges for its services or the costs incurred and providing notice and fees, interest paid to borrow money is the amount paid for labor, material, and equipment. The board of trustees, because Mahoney County Auditor placed costs is listed upon the tax duplicates of the described properties. The cost will be named upon the lien from and after the date of entry. The cost shall be returned to the township and placed in the township's general fund. So that's just us attempting to recoup the cost for nuisances and demolition.
So moved.
Second. Mrs. Stevens? Yes. Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
And that's all I have to report.
Chief Cavalier, Police Department.
The only thing I'd like to add is Alan Phillips is retired from the police department at the end of the month here. Alan's been with us for 30 years. He also was a reserve officer before coming full-time. He's instrumental with our firearms program. He's a firearms instructor. He taught his main focus was on the rifles. We went to several schools for that, teaching our officers how to use the rifle and techniques on it. He also was a sniper for us for several years. So I want to congratulate him on a job well done.
So moved.
Second. Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mrs. Stevens? Yes.
Chief Schertzer.
So we had a pretty busy December. We had a total of 459 calls for the month. We had 11 fires, 285 rescue and emergency medical calls, 25 calls that were hazardous conditions that did not involve fire, 60 service calls, 23 false alarms, for that total of 459. I don't have the total year-end breakdown, but it looks like we're going to end up with 5,070 calls, 74 calls for the calendar year 2024.
Would you guesstimate an increase since prior year?
I think about 80 some calls more than we had in 2023, the increase. So I believe that's going to be the highest ever. I don't think we've ever had that many calls in a year in the past. So it's great. Other than that, the only thing I had was the 5 motions on the agenda. Just a motion to be appointed to the as the township's representative to the Mahoney County Hazmat Executive Board.
Second.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mrs. Stevens? Yes. Mr. Santos?
Yes.
And number 2 is just a motion to continue our mutual aid agreement that's done every year with the Youngstown Air Base for the fire department.
Second.
Mrs. Stevens? Yes. Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
The number 3 is a motion to authorize myself as a to sign non-monetary mutual aid contracts as they're presented from other communities throughout the year.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mrs. Stevens? Yes.
Then motion number 4 is a motion to continue the mutual aid agreement with the Mahoney County Hazmat Team. This contract is a 10 cents per capita fee not to exceed $4,000. The Mahoney County Commissioners match our 10% per capita.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mrs. Stevens? Yes. Mr. Santos?
Yes.
And last but not least, motion number 5 is to have on retainers the employment of additional legal counsel with Attorney David C. Comstock Jr. from Venezzi, Switzer, Polito, Huff Attorneys at Law at a rate of $165 per hour.
Chairman, can I speak on that for a second?
Yeah, Robert, go ahead.
So I know this is something we've done in the past, so kind of a question, and this was answered just for the sake of the public, I want to answer it. It's my understanding the reason why we're going to outside counsel is because past has been that there was nobody with that specialization at the prosecutor's office, correct?
Correct.
All right, so in light of a new prosecutor coming in, and the prosecutor is supposed to be fully representing us in all cases, no matter what it is, they're the ones that should be representing us. And if they don't have the specialized individual, then they should be forking over that cost. Is this something that has to get done today? And if not, I would like to table that so we can talk to the new prosecutor to see if they can do this, because that ultimately falls on them.
Yeah, that's fine. We can table it. We use the prosecutor, we counsel with the prosecutor for as much as possible, and we only go this route when necessary. It's not something that gets utilized very often. We can table it if you'd like.
Is this something that, can you give us examples on why we would seek this individual and not go to the prosecutor's office? Because if, again, it's because they don't have that specialized individual, they're supposed to be paying this bill, not us. Unless we feel that they're not representing us and we're taking on our own accord to go outside, I don't think it's a cost that we should be able to incur.
Okay, yeah, we can table it.
Okay. You guys okay with that? Yes, sir. The motion to table C5.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Deaver?
Yes.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Mr. Shuck?
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, makes perfect sense. All right. Mr. Schaefer, Parks Department.
Once again, this year, we are partnering with ODNR and the Green Team at the Christmas tree, live Christmas tree collection. Those Christmas trees are used in local ponds and lakes for fish habitat. You can bring them to the park until January 31st. So make sure you take your lights and your tinsel and ornaments off of the trees. And there is no, do not take wreaths or garland. And again, we'll take those until January 31st. Just follow the signs in the park. It'll take you to the pile. And Great Team comes and picks them up once a week. The only other thing I have, the recycling bins at the park are the 6 yellow containers inside the wooden fence. We also have blue containers outside the fence, but those are trash receptacles, which are for park use only. By the employees, or if you have the Stacy Pavilion rented and you're taking your trash out, they go in those blue containers. Those containers are not open to the public. And that's all I have.
Did you stress no artificial trees, correct?
No artificial.
Okay, I didn't hear you say that, so I just thought we better make sure that we
I was kind
stress.
of hoping that was
No
priority. No artificial trees.
No artificial trees. I also had another question, I don't remember what it was, but it must not have been that important. You said till January 31st?
Yes.
Senior Center? Yes.
So I just finished statistics for 2024, so that's the figure that I printed out to you. But our membership is growing. We are getting new members pretty much weekly at this point. Our bingo classes, our bingo sessions, exercise classes, card games, seminars, trips, painting classes are some of our most popular classes that we've got available. Lunch and learns and seminars will be starting back up in January. I've got a bunch of new topics for the seniors. And we also have a bunch of free health testing that is done at the center. So Woodlands comes in every Wednesday with blood pressures for the seniors. I've got Mercy Health that comes in once a month and does a variety of testing for the seniors for free. They actually did bone density tests the one time, and that was really cool to see how they did that. And I also have free hearing tests that are going to be happening at the center in February as well. And then AARP is going to be using our site for free tax prep once again this year. So I would like to remind the Austintown community that if you are over 55, the senior center is free for you. I do recommend that you come and check out what we've got to offer. And as always, watch our monthly schedules for all of our classes and demonstrations.
I like the back, I saw it, point out that Bruce could point out, because she's over there. We have one that's over the age of 100.
Yeah, well, last year, she did sadly pass away at the end of last year, but she did have her 100th birthday party at the center. I got a big flower arrangement for her. We had a big to-do.
So just something nice for her then.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
awesome.
I do have a 99-year-old now, so we're getting close.
All right, we'll go over to Ms. Wolf, fiscal.
I don't have a lot to say today. We are running under temporary appropriations, not all of that put in, so we did start 2025 temporarily. Mark and I have to work on the budget some more, but I did have to do some advances at the beginning of the year, which is normal, because I paid back the other advances, so everything went back to the general fund. Well, then that left some of the funds short until we get real estate advances, so you'll see some advances as we go on, but so far so good. Hopefully we don't get super hammered with the winter weather.
All right, then can I get a motion to accept December 2024 report submitted to the board for review? A through D. And E, all the way down to E.
Second.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mrs. Devers? Yes. Mr. Santos?
Yes.
And then a motion to approve advances from the general fund 1002, police, park, and communications.
So moved.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mrs. Devers? Yes.
Under new business, we need a motion to approve reasonable and necessary expenses for 2025 Ohio Township Association conventions, seminars, and clout meetings, and state auditors and Bureau of Workers' Compensation seminars attended by the fiscal officer, trustees, and/or administrator, or their designee.
So moved.
Second. Mrs. Devers? Yes. Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
No, go ahead, please, let the public knows what this is. So every year, the Ohio Township Association, which is comprised of all 1,308 townships in the state of Ohio, they get pretty much all the experts from zoning, police, fire, the road, and they get them all in one area, and it's a great opportunity for us elected officials and even new department heads to come down and pick their brains on how things are actually being done in other areas. Maybe we can take some pros from one area and try it in ours. New bills are always being passed. There's always a lot of questions. I know there was a bill that was recently passed saying that the police can charge $75 for a recording for a video, and that's kind of, it specifies, it lets you know the ins and outs of that. Do you have to do that? No. You forced to do it, you have to do it. It's basically just an educational opportunity to make us better leaders for each and every single one of you. I know you were attending it last year, me and Monica has attended for the last 2 years, 3 years. This will be our fourth. Kind of makes us better trustees for you, so that's pretty much what it is. But you as a resident, you're even allowed to go as well. So if you guys are interested, it is a fee. You have to obviously incur that fee yourself, but you're allowed to come as a guest, and I welcome you all to come if you want to. So,
Thank you. Under new business B, can I get a motion to ratify purchase of a 7.1 ton RTU HVAC unit for 112 Westchester Building in the amount of $12,800 from York Mahoning Mechanical Contractors Incorporated, and to authorize Administrator Mark D'Appolito to complete all necessary paperwork to complete the transaction. Mark, what happened?
We lost unexpectedly a unit on the roof of Westchester. which means one of our tenants was without heat or air. Obviously with the temperatures, it was a bit of an emergency, so I got a couple of quotes, and this one was about $6,000 less than the other quote. So we were able to save some money in a bad situation, and they should have something running soon there.
Thank you.
So moved.
Second. Mrs. Deaver?
Yes.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes. Letter C, before I move on, Mr. Diapolito?
I'm going to request that the board table this. This is a motion to place our general fund renewal levy on the ballot. In order to complete this motion, the state auditor's office has to provide the county auditor's office a real estate evaluation, and they have yet to provide that to the county auditor's office. So I'm going to request the board table that, and we may need to call a special or emergency meeting to approve this, because we have to have this to the Board of Elections the first week of February in order to have it on the primary election. But I did want to make sure we called everybody's attention to it for the sake of transparency, rather than hold it until we had the information, because typically we have that information by now. I'm not sure what the holdup is.
So then I'd like to make a motion for letter C under new business to table it until our February meeting.
Well, no, until we may need an emergency meeting before then. It's like February 4th or 5th. Okay, have to have it to the
Emergency meeting
elections.
in early February.
So table it
Pending the return of the real estate report from the state auditor.
So moved.
Second.
How will that change? I mean, what will the change in here by getting the report?
There is a longer version of that goes over the property values. So the way property values are assessed and divvied up has to do with if everybody's house goes up 10%, other than inside millage, which is the first 10 mills, nobody pays more. Because when they do the reevaluations, it's not the size of the pie, it's how the pie is sliced. Are you with me, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. So
We're not asking for any more.
we're not asking for any more or less. It's
Renewing it.
it's a 5-year renewable levy, so it's got to go on the ballot. But I can't put it on the ballot because I don't have all the necessary information from the state to complete the resolution.
As far as the valuation of is that what you're saying?
Yes, they have to approve the work of the county auditor at the state level. And we're still waiting on that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Santos?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Mrs. Deaver?
Yes.
Any remarks from the board? Ms. Stevens?
No, I just want to wish everybody a happy new year. It started out great, the weather here. And I'm happy to see that we have girl power here in our town. And wish everybody a happy new year.
I know we missed it before, but I definitely want to welcome our soon-to-be new zoning official. You guys see Dominic, he's right there.
Hey, Don, why don't you guys stand up and say a few words? Introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'll be the new zoning inspector there when I retires. I'm just super excited to be working with the trustees, keeping this township the way it is, and working with them to improve business in the area. So excited and got a lot to learn, but we'll get there and we'll keep going. So, thank you.
We're excited to have you.
What's that?
We're excited to have you.
Yeah.
There it is too. So, the last thing, I know it might be a month early, but as you guys know, the last staff meeting, we accepted a certain individual's retirement letter. We were unfortunate, we looked, we contacted legal, we couldn't deny it, so we forced to stay. But I just want to we'll say more obviously as we get closer, but God, I couldn't ask for a better chief, and I appreciate everything you've done. The two new trustees, now a third, and, all that stirring the pots that we probably did. And you definitely took a level head, you did a good job, and I appreciate it. I stirred the pot probably a little bit, but I appreciate his candor. It's going to be pretty hard shoes to fill, and I just want to say I appreciate it all. It was a 38 plus 5 as a reservist. Love Austintown. It tells you about how much you care. We appreciate it, and there's no one else more involved for deserving than you. So, thank you. Not enough of that Hallmark stuff. That's what I have.
The Vindicator did a very nice article. Who wrote that article, Dan? It wasn't you. No, it wasn't you. That's the point I was trying to make. No, Mark said some nice words. It was really, did you read the article, Chief, on Tenth Street? It was nice. And it covered your story and background pretty well. We have a lot of time for this mushy stuff. You give me around for a couple more months, please.
We'll have a roast.
You want to
We'll have a roast.
roast?
Couple more years noted. If I could add that we do have a posting up for police chief. It's been advertised in the Vindicator. We'll be on the website very soon. I sent it out to all the internal candidates, and if anyone wants a copy, feel free to ask. We'll get it sent to you.
Okay, thank you. And then I just want to say Happy New Year to everyone. I saw AMS cheer one state, so that's good news. I was happy to hear that about that, and we got nothing else. So, with that said, motion to recess to executive session.
Second.
Mrs. Teeser?
Yes.
Mr. Sanchez?
Yes.
Mr. Shepherd?
Yes.
Can I say one other thing?
No, meeting's adjourned.
The recycling center on Raccoon Road, you guys did a good job this year. Christmas, that place was, with big bins up there that really helped with everything. And it wasn't a mess.
911?
Yes.
Thank you.